I cannot sing. I knew you'd do this to me. He's Johnny Nelson.
It's been completely mad.
And we're on a mission to find out what makes some of the greatest footballers in the world just so good.
Football is my life. It's in my blood.
This was the opportunity I really wanted for a long, long time.
We'll be up close and personal with some of the game's biggest stars.
It's impossible to beat 11 players just by yourself.
To find out exactly what they get up to when they're not on the pitch.
But I'm quite impulsive.
And we'll visit some of the greatest cities in the world to find the best football stories.
It's a special place.
Seeing how the beautiful game is changing the world for the better.
I want to inspire the kids.
This is The Football Show. Welcome to Argentina.
This is Buenos Aires.
We'll be discovering why Buenos Aires is quite possibly the most dynamic and influential footballing city on earth.
This is a place of grand passions, food, wine, dance, and an obsessive devotion to its football clubs.
It's been the cradle of an endless procession of football greats, from Diego Maradona to Lionel Messi.
We'll find out why Buenos Aires can make a serious claim to be the city with the biggest, proudest tradition of football on the planet.
And how it came to have the highest concentration of football teams of any city in the world.
Yo soy de Argentina Junior, sí! Aguante Boca! Woo!
On The Football Show this time, we'll meet Argentinian legend Hernan Crespo as he reflects on his trophy-filled career.
Esto antes de las nenas era jugabas. Esto no fue un regalo de alguien del mío.
No fue de Berlusconi, esto no me lo regaló Berlusconi.
And get some top culinary tips from another Argentinian star, Javier Zanetti.
Casi listo. Acá está, mirá.
Layla and I join football's wildest fans to watch the Pope's favourite team.
Oh my gosh!
Never experienced anything like it at a football game.
But first, we're with the great Pablo Zabaleta as he throws a traditional Argentinian asado barbecue for his West Ham teammates near his Hertfordshire home. After playing at Espanyol in Barcelona, Pablo moved to Manchester City, where he picked up 2 Premier League winners' medals. Now he's at West Ham, and it's his turn to entertain his teammates.
Bueno, acá les presento a mis 3 compañeros hoy de asado, que me acompañaron, que disfrutamos juntos nuestro día libre. Adrián, el portero nuestro del equipo del West Ham. Tenemos a Pedrito Bianc, Manu, argentino, compatriota.
Getting together for an asado or barbecue is a big tradition in Argentina. It's not just burgers and sausages either. If you're Argentinian, the bigger the meat, the better.
Esto es como una ceremonia. Vos lo pones acá, después te vas a tomar unos mates, se va haciendo solo, está con tu familia. Es todo un ritual que se hace en Argentina.
Está caliente eso.
Cuando hace ese ruidito es porque está bien caliente. Escuchame, te veniste vestido como para salir.
Pedrito y la que venía.
Te dijeron que íbamos a bailar o íbamos a hacer un asado. El problema es que estos comen y se van de joda. Se van a tomar algo al bar de la esquina. ¿Yo qué hago? ¿Dónde voy? La pinchó.
Muy bien.
Si hay algo, por lo menos personalmente, que yo extraño mucho de Argentina es esto. Un asado con los amigos, con la familia, la mesa, la sobremesa. La sobremesa, vos sabés, la sobremesa, ¿cuántos? 3 horas de sobremesa, por lo menos.
Cerca del crecimiento de Leo, ¿no?
Y ahí me venden al Español de Barcelona. Entonces coincidimos en la misma ciudad, nos poníamos un montón de tiempo libre y aprovechábamos mucho a salir, a comer. Y él comía y se dormía. Claro, y él se había comprado una casa, no sé si conocés Barcelona, en Castelldefels, ponele a 20 minutos de Barcelona, una casa en la montaña, hermosa, la había comprado recién, pero todavía seguía viviendo en el centro, en un departamento. Entonces salimos a comer, no sé qué, llegamos al auto y se durmió. Entonces le digo, Leo, ¿a dónde? Antes que se duerme, le digo, ¿a dónde vas? Me dice, no, voy a mi casa a Castelldefels. Bueno, y se durmió. Y vamos para Castelldefels, imagínate. Y llegamos a la casa, se despierta, Leo, ya está, llegamos. No, ya te dije al centro. No, ya está, me da igual. Dormí acá afuera, no me hagas esto. Y te leo, y así, pero en ese momento llegué, ¿sabes la responsabilidad que yo tenía, no sé, 80 millones de... Sí, 800 millones de euros tenía ahí. Así que por todos, salud muchachos y muchos éxitos. Muchas gracias. Salud.
Back in Buenos Aires, we're off to watch the Pope's favourite team in action.
We're in the southwest of Buenos Aires, in an area called Boedo, which most people haven't heard of, except for one thing. It's home to the Pope's favourite football team.
San Lorenzo! Yes, tonight they play at home against Boca Juniors, and tonight we've been given the chance to experience a game Buenos Aires style.
Can't wait.
We're squashing in with some die-hard supporters for the drive to the ground.
Are we going to get
It's only 10 minutes up the road to the San Lorenzo Stadium. That could feel a lot longer in this superheated sardine tin.
This is a fab way to get to a game.
It's the only way to get to the game. Hector, you want to learn a song from my club? Where is your club? Preston North End, one of the oldest clubs in the world. Pieri, 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 Pieri. I think I'm fighting a losing battle.
Yeah, you are.
What's your name?
Layla.
Ole, 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 ole. Leila.
Finally, we arrive at the Estadio Pedro Bidigain.
Come on.
Oh, oxygen. Fresh air. I've never been so grateful to get out of a vehicle.
Oh, wow. Where are we?
Come on. Oh, man, wherever it is, it's loud.
With 2 hours still to go, the home fans are already whipped into a frenzy.
So the atmosphere outside the ground here is unlike anything I've experienced before. You expect noise and singing and drums and stuff. It's
And
gonna be mad.
remember, this is just the home fans.
That's a solid point. Boca Juniors fans aren't actually here. Every noise you can hear reverberating around this ground right now, all San Lorenzo fans.
I can't wait.
Argentinian football has been plagued by violence, so away fans have been banned from matches since 2013.
The 50,000-seat ground is still full, though, and when San Lorenzo play arch-rivals Boca, it's electrifying.
This place is insane.
Every layer, there are people hanging off all sorts of things to get involved and to shout and scream and dance alongside everyone.
Never experienced anything like it at a football game.
Showtime! The crazed fans are hungry for their heroes to tear into Boca Juniors at last.
Wow, that's amazing. It's like a concert, and this is like the stand that's performing.
After the most unbelievable build-up to a match we've ever seen, the game finally starts.
And while we can watch the action live, you poor folks at home will just have to make do with us celebrating.
This has been the the most unconventional away game I've ever experienced as a football fan, as an English football fan. To come here, the San Lorenzo fans, in the back of a sweaty van, whilst banging on the side of it and singing songs, and then turning up at the stadium, jumping up and down underneath the stand for about 45 minutes before coming in here and experiencing the exact same thing. It's been completely mad.
Passion like that makes it easy to see why Buenos Aires produces such great football players, many of whom get snapped up by the big clubs of Europe. After the break, we find out how USA hotshot Danny Williams keeps himself looking good.
Get my hair cut at least 2 days before the game because that gives me another day to look sharp.
And discover how European immigrants started all the great clubs of Buenos Aires.
Welcome back to the Football Show, where we're finding out why Buenos Aires is one of the most dynamic football cities in the world.
Still to come, I head for a footballer's haircut in the back streets of the old town.
I don't know what you're saying, but the sound effects and the enthusiasm has sold me on it.
Find out how USA international Danny Williams' passion for football all started.
Ever since I started watching a football game, I had a ball in my hand and on my feet as well. I knew that I wanted to become a professional footballer.
But first, we're heading to the quarter of Buenos Aires, which is a must for any visiting fan.
Buenos Aires residents are known as porteños, people of the port district of La Boca, pretty much where Buenos Aires first began. It's also home to a club known all over the world, Boca Juniors.
Mi club favorito es Boca. Es Boca. Vamos, Boca todavía.
Boca Juniors has spawned some of the greatest players to walk the face of the earth. Tevez, Batistuta, Riquelme, and one character for whom the word legend doesn't really cut it.
Maradona!
Local demigod Diego Maradona also played for Boca Juniors. Their home is the iconic Bombonera Stadium, the stage for Super Clasico matches against arch-rivals River Plate.
The story of Boca Juniors and the area of La Boca tells us so much about football. This is the perfect place to start.
The colourful barrio or neighbourhood of La Boca is packed with history. It was British engineers who brought football to Argentina, and the first match was played in 1867. The game exploded when waves of Spanish and Italian immigrants arrived in the early 1900s, forming themselves into teams which have evolved into the city's giant clubs, like Boca Juniors and River Plate. So why do Boca Juniors play in the iconic blue and yellow? The first strip was too similar to another club, so a match was played and the loser of which would change their colours to those on the flag of the next ship into port. It was Swedish.
Since then, the clubs and their players are an integral part of Buenos Aires life. And it's a taste of that life that I'm looking for in the backstreets of BA.
Let's face it, footballers and their hairstyles have a bit of a rep. But I've been told this barber's not only the most talkative barber in Buenos Aires, but he's also cut the hair of a few footballers over the years as well. Not sure what he could do with this mess, mind. My friend, mucho gusto.
¿Cómo estás?
Johnny.
Johnny, ¿cómo estás? Julio, ¿cómo estás?
Very good, man, very well. I'm after a trim, if you like.
Julio El Cra Pan is a total legend among the football faithful of Buenos Aires. I'm surprised I can see the mirror under his sea of memorabilia.
Oh, you are banging to your football, aren't you, mate? Blimey. You cut the hair of all of these footballers?
¿Con las fotos?
Yeah.
Son de los jugadores, de todo, de la familia, de todo. ¿Vos sos inglés?
I am, yeah.
Acá en Argentina tenemos un montón de clubes de fútbol que se llama Banfield, Racing Club, River Plate, Boca Juniors, Argentino Juniors. Hay un montón con nombre inglés.
That's really interesting. It makes sense, I guess, because we were bringing football around the world. It's just a shame. It's a shame you've taken our names, but we can't play like Argentina. So I'm thinking just a little bit, a short bit off the top. It's got a bit of a bouffant thing going on because of the humidity. Probably needs thinning out as well. You know, thinning out, like thinning out.
Así, un poquito, así de poquito te vas a acordar, tenés el pelo así de grande, tan poquito. Tenés un montón de pelo, un montón así. Hay que sacarle eso. Hacer pa.
I don't know what you're saying.
La cabeza así de gorda.
But the sound effects and the enthusiasm has sold me on it. I'd be all about that. I'd be all about that. Superb. Let's crack on. Let's do something with this. Got a lot of pictures here, mate. I'll be honest. Have you cut all these lads' hair?
Este es el Diego cuando era chiquitito, mirá. Un crack.
Diego Maradona. You cut Diego Maradona's hair?
Sí, cerquita. Fui a cuando hizo la entrega del libro. Esperé 4 horas y no pude cortarle. Saludó nada más y me temblaban las piernas, la verdad. Es el sueño de mi vida cortarle al Diego.
Amazing. 4 hours you have to wait.
Mirá lo que me mandó. Mirá.
I was going to ask if you were responsible for the perm, because that was a bold look.
Me la mandó para mí esta. Me la mandó el año pasado.
That is very cool. That is very cool.
Me la mandó.
Can I keep this? Or, I'm guessing that's a no. I'll leave you to it. Very nice, very nice.
Julio's certainly a treasure trove of anecdotes, but I'm wondering when he'll actually start cutting my hair.
I got a feeling, Julio, that most people come here for, let's say, a little bit more than a haircut. Is that right?
Mirá, acá a veces vienen para ver los partidos, para hablarme de fútbol, para contarme los problemas. A veces ni se corta la gente. Capaz que hay 10 personas esperando y 2 se cortan nada más. Y hablamos como un club. Esto lo toman como un club, ¿viste? Como si fuera algo bien de la casa.
Not entirely surprising. He says most people use this place as an excuse. They come here for a haircut, but they mostly stay for a chat. Unfortunately, though, I've run out of time for mine, so I've got to get off, mate. But still, since you've got all of this clobber, you might as well take some real quality while I'm here. This, my friend, you've got all the shirts under the sun, but until you have a vintage Preston North End shirt, what are you at all, mate? Keep all that for your collection.
Hermosa. Muchas gracias.
Maybe I'll take the cape. I think it suits me.
Muchas gracias.
Zero.
Hey, Johnny! Vivata!
The American international Danny Williams is also a man who likes to take care of himself. Born in Germany to a US Air Force dad, he made his professional debut for Freiburg before moving to play for Reading, then Premier League team Huddersfield. He's got 23 caps for the USA, but wherever he plays, Danny likes to look sharp. Today, he's catching up with his old friend and barber to the stars, Justin Carr.
So I get my hair cut at least 2 days before the game because that gives me another day to look sharp. I would change my style every 6 months. I went through a phase where I had like this big afro.
That was crazy.
That was nuts, yeah. And then in the summer, I called Justin and I was like, listen, we have to change it up.
We have to delete it.
We have to delete it, like, I'm done. But I noticed that a few players, they switched their hairstyles or the colors quite a lot. Like when you look at Pogba, Bakayoko switched from white blonde to blue, and you saw that one? Yeah, he plays around with it. I think the French people in general, they love it. They love to switch up there.
I always noticed French guys, they do like to change up their hair a lot. They're eccentric with it. They know what styles to come with or different styles. They're not afraid. They're bold with it.
They're not afraid.
They're not afraid. And you got to rate that, man.
Yeah. Ever since I started watching a football game, I had a ball in my hand on my feet as well. I knew that I wanted to become a professional footballer. When you sign a professional contract, it was a proud moment. It was a proud moment for me, for my family, especially for my parents. Then the hard work really starts. Then it starts, you know? And that's where a lot of people then are not hungry anymore. And I think that's the most important thing, to stay disciplined and focused and to know, okay, I've been given an opportunity which a lot of other people would dream for, but it's now on yourself what you do with it. That was the proudest moment when I actually had money to buy my own trainers, you know, when I didn't have to ask my mom or my dad for money anymore. I had a good first year at Hoffenheim. My agent just called me and said, like, you know what is it? How do you feel about a move, about a change? And then I was like, who is it? He goes, yeah, it's Reading. So I just thought, okay, you know what? Sometimes to go out of your comfort zone and prove to yourself something new and new challenges that probably helps you in life as well. And I never looked back. I love the UK, I love the football in the UK, and I could actually imagine living in the UK, especially in London, after my footballing career, because I had such a good time. Now fulfilled my dream, playing in the Premier League.
Coming up, the club that's produced more legendary Argentinian players than any other.
Lo vi a Maradona de chico. Lo vi un jugador diferente.
How art and football go hand in hand.
So I think it really adds something special to the city.
And Javier Zanetti shows us how to make a proper Argentinian empanada.
El artista de la cocina.
Welcome back to the football show. Coming up, the club that started Maradona on the path to greatness.
How art and football are perfect partners.
And Javier Zanetti shows the trick to making an authentic empanada.
Estas son las mejores empanadas del mundo.
But first, how art and football go hand in hand. I'm meeting expert Matt Fox-Tucker to find out more. Originally from the UK, Matt moved to Buenos Aires nearly 10 years ago after falling in love with the street art he found here.
Matt, there seems to be street art around every corner in Buenos Aires. Is it a big part of the culture here?
The idea of decorating your house or building, it's something which isn't kind of alien here. It's not a big deal if you know, the colours, a house is painted a different colour or with different designs or artworks. So I think it really adds something special to the city.
There's a lot of varied artwork that I've seen, but football seems to be coming up time and time again. The walls seem to be adorned with their heroes, such as this man, Diego Maradona. He really is an icon in this city.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say by far he's the biggest footballing icon in Argentina. You can see a lot of really cool murals around different parts of the city, particularly near stadiums like maybe Argentinos Juniors or Boca Juniors, you know, two of the clubs he played at here. And, you know, without doubt, there are other Argentine icons, but he's in relating to football, but he's numero uno.
We're just a stone's throw away from where Boca Juniors actually play their football. Another legend just over here in Riquelme. He's loved around these parts, but perhaps not nationally the same way that Diego was.
I think Riquelme was incredibly gifted as a footballer, but he's still more associated with Boca as a legend there, rather than a legend on the international scene.
So if I wanted to find out more about the story of Maradona, the great man himself, I should follow the murals, you think?
Sure, follow the murals.
Sounds like a good idea.
If you follow the murals to the paternal neighbourhood, you'll end up at one of the most famous old clubs in the city, Argentinos Juniors. The club has made a massive impact on Argentinian football history, so I've signed up for a tour of their stadium with Victor, a local football journalist.
Ah, Victor! Buenos dias!
Oh, Johnny!
Buenos dias, mucho gusto!
Come in!
How are you doing, my friends?
Bien, todo bien. Come in. I show you this stadium. This is the first stadium where I played Maradona.
Amazing. Right here, it started here.
Come here. This is special place.
The club is nicknamed the Nursery or Seed Garden, as so many megastars have started here, like Diego Maradona, who made his debut when he was just 15.
Let's go to where this all started. I can't come here and ignore the place where the first kick took place.
20 de octubre de 1976, segundo tiempo, contra Talleres de Córdoba, su debut, su primera vez. Y ahí arrancó jugando para allá. Argentino ya perdía 1-0 y terminó perdiendo 1-0, pero él tiró un par de caños, tunnel. Y bueno, fueron las primeras jugadas y jugó bien. Ya se esperaba, se sabía lo que era Maradona. Acá en este barrio, en este neighborhood, en este barrio se sabía quién era Maradona. Nosotros sabíamos. Terreno tan chico, pero de acá surgieron los más grandes jugadores de la historia no solamente de argentinos, sino también de la Argentina. Maradona, Redondo, Riquelme, Sorín, Cambiaso, Borghi, Lucas Biglia, Placente, jugadores que han jugado mundiales, que han sido capitanes, que han levantado los trofeos más importantes de la historia del fútbol argentino. En los juveniles, cuando empiezan a jugar a los 10, 11, 12 años, tienen una capacidad para tocar el balón de manera especial. No es que patean para adelante, a cualquier lado. Acá se controla el balón, se toca, se juega, se busca la pared con el compañero. Hay una manera de entender el fútbol, hay una identidad futbolística.
Well, this has been great. Thanks so much for showing us around the place. All right, might be a bit cheeky, but whilst I'm here, might as well have a go at putting the ball in the same net as Diego Maradona.
All that excitement gives a man an appetite. Fortunately, Buenos Aires is rammed with food shops full of tempting goodies like empanadas.
Buenos días. Un empanada, por favor.
Their similarity to Cornish pasties suggests that they may be another British import, just like football.
Food is close to every Argentinian's heart, and Argentina legend Javier Zanetti is no exception. He may now live in Italy, but he likes to keep his taste buds as close to home as possible with his very own Argentinian restaurant.
Hola, soy Javier Zanetti. Bienvenidos a Milán, a mi restaurante argentino El Gaucho. Hace mucho tiempo que estoy acá en Italia. Jugué 20 años en el Inter. También jugué para mi selección.
Javier Zanetti is Argentina's most capped player, with 143 appearances. The defender is also fifth on the all-time list of professional matches played, over 1,100.
Y espero que disfruten de esta que es también mi otra pasión, que es la comida. Venimos unas horas antes porque después esto está lleno de gente. Ahora los invito a la cocina. Dale.
Pupi, ¿cómo va? ¿Todo bien? ¿Estás listo para preparar las empanadas? Vamos a hacer empanadas de carne.
Acá tenemos la cebolla de verdeo, la aceituna, el huevo.
Bueno, arrancamos. Un buen pedazo de carne. Importante que tenga un filo de grasa. Simple, sencillamente, filo de aceite. La pimienta.
Muy bien. Ahora le ponemos un poquito de pimentón.
Y comenzamos. ¿Está casi listo?
Acá está, mirá.
Ah.
Oh, qué olorcito tiene esto. Bien cortadito.
Claro, el huevo, la aceituna, cebollita al verdeo.
Sí, perfecto. Ahora esto va a la heladera por un par de horas para que tome consistencia. Porque si lo hacemos enseguida, la empanada se deshace. Ya pasaron las 2 horas, la carne lista.
Paso al paso siguiente, que sería la masa. Todo hecho en casa.
El artista de la cocina.
¿Listo?
Qué elaboración. Hola, Sergio.
Bueno.
Mira cómo estamos acá.
Y empieza, para que no se abra empieza a repulgue.
Todas las empanadas llevan un repulgue diferente, así después se puede diferenciar. Porque está la de carne, la de pollo, la de humita, la de verdura. ¡Vamos!
4 o 5 minutos.
Uy, cómo están las empanadas. Producto final. Estas son las mejores empanadas del mundo. Buen provecho a todos.
Coming up, Argentina great Hernan Crespo shows us his staggering trophy collection.
We meet the football scout responsible for discovering so many top players.
Buenos días, Señor Modoni.
Johnny Dearman.
And what must be the world's biggest collection of football shirts. Coming up, Argentinian great Hernan Crespo and his family welcome us into their home.
And what must be the world's biggest collection of football shirts.
This is incredible.
Gracias.
And we meet the football scout responsible for discovering so many top players.
Johnny Dearman.
Housed over 3 floors of a downtown apartment block in Buenos Aires is over 4,000 football shirts. Gathered over 27 years from all over the world, they're an obsession of one man, Marcelo Ordaz.
Leila, welcome.
Hello.
Bienvenida, bienvenida.
This is incredible.
Oh, gracias.
Through my lucky career, I've been to a lot of footballers' homes,
Mhm.
and I've seen they have collector's items. They have nothing on this.
Marcelo has hunted for football shirts since he was a boy and now has one of the world's finest collections, worn by the sport's ultimate legends.
So tell me, how did this begin for you? Which was your first shirt?
In the World Cup '99 in Italy, Argentina won over Brazil. Sorry.
Sorry. I do remember.
And was Claudio Caniggia
Yes,
got me.
he gave it to you.
Marcelo was behind the goal at the match against Brazil in the 1990 World Cup. When Claudio Caniggia scored the winning goal, Marcelo passed out with the excitement. Caniggia heard the story and gave him his shirt, which kicked off his collection.
Was my first T-shirt. You know, I really love because this is a part of my country. It's not a simple T-shirt.
Mhm.
This is a part of my soul, my heart, and not only for me, for us, for
Oh.
all Argentine people, you know?
But which is your most important shirt here? Which is your favorite?
I would like to show you
Okay.
2.
Yes,
Messi, the last World Cup,
the last World Cup.
is our hero
Can I
now.
touch it?
You know, yes,
Can I
of
touch
course,
it?
Of course, yes. And this is the Maradona in 1986.
Look, I'm holding 2
Mm-hmm.
incredible Argentinian legends. No one's going to beat these 2 guys, right? Messi and Maradona.
Manto sagrado.
Yeah, very sacred.
Yes,
Absolutely. I mean,
sacred,
this
sacred.
whole place is like a shrine.
Marcelo was even granted an audience with another local football obsessive, Pope Francis.
Marcelo, antes de eu amar a Deus, primeiramente eu amei meu time do futebol. E eu acho que esse amor também ajudou para amar o Senhor.
That's incredible.
Incredible, amazing. You have a look around and maybe you found a lot or one big surprise.
Oh, really?
Yes, of
I'll give you this back then, although I don't want to, really.
Mhm.
I'll have a look around. Thank you so much.
Please welcome.
Lovely to meet you.
Marcelo kept in touch with an original owner of a small part of his collection, his friend and Argentinian legend, Ariel Ortega.
This was your shirt. How did it feel putting on the Argentina shirt for the first time?
Sí, bueno, la primera vez que vestí esta camiseta era como que estaba cumpliendo mi sueño de niño, de la suerte de jugar 3 mundiales, 2 mundiales jugué con la número 10 y la verdad que fue algo increíble.
And this wasn't the first shirt you had. This shirt was specifically from a game against England that the English didn't like too well. You guys won on penalties. You played against David Beckham, Owen. Tell me about that game.
Sí, bueno, tuve la suerte de también jugar un clásico a nivel de selección argentina como es Argentina-Inglaterra, contra Beckham, contra Owen, contra Scholes. Soñado de que te salgan todas las cosas bien. Tener la posibilidad de ir a los penales y bueno, poder ganarlo y creo que eso fue una alegría muy grande para Argentina.
For you, not for us. What about this one? River Plate, a really important team for you.
Bueno, esta camiseta, este club es mi vida porque bueno, yo empecé a jugar al fútbol en River Plate a los 17 años, debuté en la primera división y gracias a este club conseguí muchas cosas en la vida, sigo trabajando en este club y la verdad que muy agradecido a esta institución de por vida.
Incredible memories kept in a shirt. Are you here trying to get it back?
Sí, no, ya estamos viejos, ya estamos grandes, pero creo que he jugado todo el tiempo que quise jugar con esta camiseta y la verdad que lo disfruté mucho.
Ariel Ortega, the best surprise to happen to me in a long time. Thank you so much.
Muchísimas gracias, un gusto.
Gracias.
Gracias.
After seeing where Maradona had his first game, I'm on the trail to see how he was discovered in the first place. As a city, Buenos Aires has produced some of the finest footballers in history and is still a source of incredible talent. For an insider's point of view, I've come to see a man who's discovered more big names than any other. The godfather of football scouts, Ramon Madoni.
Buenos dias, Senor Madoni. Johnny.
Johnny, además.
And an honour to meet you, sir, in the gymnasium named after you.
Madoni heads up Club Social Parque, the academy that's nurtured more than 200 top professionals.
Now, Diego Maradona, you're renowned as being instrumental in the discovery of him as a young player. Where did you first meet Maradona?
Lo vi a Maradona de chico. Lo vi un jugador diferente, hacía cosas con la pelota. Lo tenía un amigo mío, Franci Cornejo, es el que lo trajo a Argentinos Juniors, que vino a los 13 años, 12 años, era un jugador diferente completamente. Vi que era un jugador distinto, vi que tenía cosas que no tenían otros, tenía técnica, ritmo y agresividad. Por eso lo llevó a ser el mejor del mundo. Un jugador completamente distinto.
So as great as Diego was, he's not the only man on your roster. There's many, many, many players who've come under your tutoring here.
De la escuela acá de Parque salieron jugadores de selección como Arredondo, Ruman, Trapazo, Jiménez, Batista, Caña, Gancedo, Sorín, Placente, Riquelme, Cambiaso, Nico Diez, Pablo Rodríguez, pero más de 240 jugadores salieron de acá del Club Parque.
We've seen a lot of great youngsters playing tonight down here. What is it that might turn these into great players of the future?
El jugador nace y se va haciendo con trabajo.
It's like anything, I guess. Hard work pays off.
Hernan Crespo is an Argentinian legend and also the country's third highest goal scorer behind only Messi and Batistuta. He became the world's most expensive player when he joined Lazio for 56 million euros in 2000. We sent Argentinian rugby star turned reporter Christian Martin to meet him at his home in Italy.
Yo museo.
Digamos que sí, es el museo de las cosas más importantes que... con los logros, digamos. Y bueno, esto, por ejemplo, acá estamos en la parte de la Lazio, de la conquista de ese momento.
¿Alguien te diseñó esto?
Mi señora, está de ese lado.
No, vos, qué buen gusto, tipo museo en serio.
Acá donde todo tiene razón, donde es River con las réplicas de los campeonatos de aperturas, con la réplica de la Copa Libertadores.
Esto antes de las nenas era, jugabas. Esto no fue un regalo de alguien del Milan.
No fue de Berlusconi, esto no me lo regaló Berlusconi. Bueno, esta es la sección Milan, donde bueno, también hay varios juegos. Y hoy está
la camiseta de Milan, pero claro, el Rey León.
Claro, tenemos de todo. Bueno, esta es la parte donde están los botines ganados, jugados de la final, la famosa final de Champions League, lamentablemente.
One of the most dramatic Champions League finals ever, when Liverpool came from 3-0 down to win.
Tiene un final no feliz, pero bueno, no deja de ser parte de la historia del fútbol.
Si pudieras cambiar 20 minutos en tu carrera de fútbol.
Si puedo cambiar 20 minutos, yo cambiaría 45 y volvería al Milan. Y dice, bueno, me dejo los primeros 45, 3-0, 2 goles, y después que no haya pasado nada, entonces ya gana la Champions. Y esta es una parte grande del corazón, porque la Argentina es el motivo de mayor orgullo. Con para mí el mejor de la historia, con Ronaldo que está abajo.
¿Vos sos el mejor jugador de la historia?
De nuestra generación seguramente sí.
Esto fue un viaje a lo desconocido un poco, ¿no?
Sí, porque bueno, mi sueño siempre fue jugar en el fútbol italiano. Y bueno, se dio la posibilidad de ir al Chelsea. Y bueno, y pasó todo esto, ¿no? de ganar la Premier League, de ganar la Community Shield. Acá estamos en la sección Parma. Esto es para mí también algo muy especial. Me eligieron el mejor jugador de la historia del Parma. Tantos jugadores, Buffon, Cannavaro, Thuram. Y me eligieron a mí los hinchas.
En el jardín de tu casa, en el fondo, en vez de tener un quincho para hacer un asado, tenés un aras.
Claro, bueno, más o menos. Pero la parrilla está siempre,
Sí.
La parrilla está.
¿Y este cómo se llama?
Cumano.
¿De dónde viene esta pasión de los caballos?
La pasión viene más por mi señora. Lo que me gustó de este mundo, no solamente del hecho del contacto con el animal, sino el hecho de poder yo estar en medio de la gente y que no les interese que yo esté.
¿Andás vos o no? Más o menos, ¿no?
Yo no, en ello no quiero. Porque,
es como subirse a uno de estos un Ferrari y apretar a fondo y ya...
Claro, si uno arranca, poner primero y arrancar un Ferrari. No. Deja que los que saben se suben. Yo estoy bien acá.
Mira, ese es mi pequeño mundo, digamos. Lo que hago, bueno, es competir, que es lo que me gusta más, pero criamos, compramos y crecemos y vendemos.
Contame cómo la conociste a Alessia.
La conocí cuando estaba en Roma, en los últimos días que estuve en la Lazio. Y bueno, y enseguida nos enamoramos. Nos fuimos a vivir juntos cuando yo me fui al Inter. Y bueno, ella es las pasiones desde chica. Tengo a mis hijas en contacto con la naturaleza, con un animal. Ya vieron los perros, vieron los caballos. O sea que esta es mi intención, en un mundo donde estamos muy conectados en la ciudad, en la computadora, en el teléfono, darle la posibilidad de respirar aire libre, de repente subirse a un árbol y sacar una manzana, darle de comer a un caballo, estar en contacto con la naturaleza para mí es primordial.
Ser, gracias por recibirnos en tu casa.
Bueno, muchas gracias. No, el placer es mío por venir a visitarnos y bueno, por mostrar un poco de nuestra vida con mi familia. Gracias.
It's the end of our Buenos Aires adventure. The city has grabbed our attention from the word go, and it's been a fantastic journey to discover why it's one of the greatest football cities on earth.
I didn't really know much about Argentina before I came here, but the second you touch down in a city like Buenos Aires, it's alive, full of life and energy and colour, and this amalgamation of different cultures from all over the world. You sort of feel at home straight away, don't you?
Right, it does feel at home. And then there's the fans. We knew in South America we'd have the most vibrant, colourful, passionate fans in the world, and Buenos Aires did not disappoint.
It didn't, but I think the thing that I'll take away from this place is the street art, probably. Not just the sheer amount of it, but the fact it's done with so much care. It's like the people of the city take ownership over the city, and they wear the heart on the sleeve on every street.
I don't want to go home.
Neither do I. Should stay here, actually. We'll have to invest in some air conditioning for a start.